Hello everyone, you're watching The Last Word with me, Maria Shakil. 60 hours and counting, the race to rescue 40 workers trapped in the collapsed under-construction tunnel in Uttarkashi continues. The rescue teams, who have been working non-stop since Sunday morning, have made little headway in cutting down the rocks blocking the tunnel. A new plan has now been devised for the rescue. The disaster teams will drill a hole through the debris and insert a giant steel pipe through the shaft. The pipe, of nearly 3-meter diameter, will be wide enough to be the escape route for the trapped men. Rescuers are confident of getting the men out latest by tomorrow. Meanwhile, the anxious wait for the families continue. Take a look at this report.
Over 60 hours after a portion of this Uttarakhand tunnel collapsed, rescuers have still not managed to reach the 40 workers stranded inside. This means an ongoing anxious wait for the families of those trapped inside the tunnel. Like Gabbar Singh Negi, a resident of Uttarakhand's Kotdwar district who was working as a supervisor at the site.
अभी सुबह 8:30 बजे मैंने उनसे बात करी तो उन्होंने यही बोला कि हौसला यहाँ सबका मैं हौसला बढ़ा रहा हूँ और घर में यह बोलना कि सब कोई चिंता ना करे और यहाँ पर खाने पानी की व्यवस्था सही है और चोट वगैरह सबसे मेन बात कि किसी को नहीं लगी है।
अच्छा, बातचीत कैसे हुई?
पाइप एक ऑक्सीजन पाइप के जरिए।
अच्छा, ऑक्सीजन पाइप से वहाँ से बातचीत कर रहे हो?
हाँ जी, पाइप के जरिए बातचीत हुई।
जरूरत हो तो बताइएगा।
Some family members have given up food and water as they shed tears in the hope of their loved ones coming back safely.
मेरा भाई गए थे मजदूर करने के लिए, वो वहाँ पे सूचना मिला, वहाँ पे फंसे लोग हैं। हमें 2-3 दिन से खाना नहीं ना पानी कुछ खा नहीं जा रहा है। 2 शिफ्ट में ड्यूटी था इन लोगों का और उन लोगों का नाइट ड्यूटी था। त्योहार का दिन था और नाइट गए थे।
ऐप के जरिए आवाज़ वॉइस रिकॉर्डिंग भेजा गया है, मिला है हमको, शाम को मिला 8 बजे। तो बात हुआ कि ये बोले थे कि कुशल रहो, सब कुछ नहीं हुआ है हमको, सब खाना पानी मिल रहा है हमको, सब ठीक है, यही कहा।
This as rescuers attempted a fresh move using heavy machines to drive a steel pipe with a width of nearly 3 feet into the area where the workers are trapped. The pipe is wide enough for the trapped men to squeeze through. Teams using heavy excavators have been working non-stop since the collapse early Sunday morning to clear piles of concrete and earth, but with more debris falling as workers try to clear a passage, the steel pipe option is now being explored.
मैं स्वयं वहाँ गया भी था। प्रभावित जो परिवार के परिजन हैं उन सब से भी मैंने बात की है। लगातार उनको भोजन सामग्री और पानी और साथ में ऑक्सीजन की सप्लाई हो रही है। भारत सरकार से लगातार बात हो रही है। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी स्वयं सारी घटना को नज़दीक से देख रहे हैं, जानकारी प्राप्त कर रहे हैं।
56 घंटे से ज़्यादा का समय हो चुका है और 40 जिंदगियां अभी भी फंसी हुई है और वो इस उम्मीद में हैं कि कब उनको रेस्क्यू करके बाहर निकाला जा सके। वहीं पर रेस्क्यू टीमें भी लगातार उनको बाहर निकालने का प्रयास कर रही है और सामने वो पाइप देख रहे हैं, उन्हीं पाइपों के जरिए उनको बाहर निकाला जा सकेगा।
Disaster response officials said that while the men were trapped, they had space in the tunnel area where they were. Officials say they are hopeful of reaching the workers latest by Wednesday. Kishore Rawat's report for NDTV.
And joining me on the show, Ranjit Kumar Sinha. He's Secretary Uttarakhand Disaster Management. Let's try and get more details of what's really is happening on the ground. Why is there a change of plan to evacuate the workers?
See, earlier there was just simple plan, remove the debris and hopefully the roof will hold and we'll be able to evacuate the, entrapped laborers and officials. But that plan didn't work. What happened is roof part of the tunnel is quite weak, quite fragile, and it started, coming down. As soon as you get the debris out of the place, the new debris used to come from the roof. So we and around 20 meters debris we had removed. But somehow today what happened, all that vacated part got filled up from the new debris. So yesterday only we decided to go for plan B, and we called for auger machine, which we used to put in sewer line in Dehradun. We sent that machine along with the pipes, 800 pipes. We'll drill through the debris, and we'll put 800 pipes through and through from one end to other end, and we'll get the people trapped, evacuated from other side.
Are you looking at some kind of timeline now? Because this certainly is a race against time. Could you give us some details about the well-being of the trapped workers?
I just said the people inside, they are safe. We are able to send even oxygen, water, food. Communication has been established, so there is no issue on that part. People are safe inside. We are able to talk to them. And they are also giving information regarding the status of the debris from on the other side. So that helps in the planning also. And yesterday I was there on the site. I gave them 30 hours time to do the whole job. Even the technical engineers associated with that technology, they themselves said we'll be able to do this in 30 hours. So I gave them 30 hours plus minus 10 hours. So we are hopeful in 30 to 35 hours we will be able to complete the job.
Okay, Dr. Sinha, is Uttarakhand really prepared for this kind of infrastructure push? The reason why I'm saying is because if we were to look at statistics, there have been multiple landslides and fatalities because of these landslides in recent times, in the last few months alone.
See, infrastructure is very important in Uttarakhand part. There are various reasons for that. One is, in higher Himalayas, it's very difficult to reach there, and this is important for economy, tourism, and other things. Apart from that, it is also important from a strategic point of view. Uttarakhand borders with two countries, Nepal and China. So infrastructure is very important. How do we do it? That is another aspect. In this kind of work, tunneling and all, we do some investigation beforehand. But when we start the tunneling, various new things come up. So we have to be ready for any challenges which comes in the way during the work. And this is what happened. We were hoping there will be hard rock, but somehow in that small part, that 50 meters, 60 meter part, the rock is very fragile. Roof part is very weak. So two things are important. One is alert and alarm system, which should be automated. There in this work, they had some kind of alert system, but somehow it didn't work at that moment. We have to strengthen that, yes, of course. And second is, how can we make the work more resilient from safety point of view? We can have something like, now, we are planning to put on some pipe to bring them out. We can have this kind of pipe throughout the work. So we can plan in the future, which can be put in place, 800 900 pipe, so that if something happens, they can come out immediately. So we are planning for these two things, and how can we retrofit that weak part on the roof, on that portion. We have sent a technical team, around 8 people team. They will suggest some measures, and we'll accordingly send the recommendation to NHDCIL for further action.
All right, Dr. Sinha, ecologists are of the opinion, and environmentalists have been saying that this is all because of unplanned urbanization, which is carried out without any study of the ground and the soil. How will you respond to this charge?
There is no urbanization in that area. It's a tunneling which can connect different parts of the Uttarkashi region. It also helped connectivity with Himachal Pradesh. It will go towards, the tunnel part will help in shorten the route to border. So it is not for, urbanization. It is from a strategic point of view, it is very important, that tunnel part.
All right. Thank you so much for that update. And we certainly hope that the trapped workers are rescued at the earliest and they come out of that area where they are trapped.